Hi. 2 to 3 decades ago, one of my friend was working with a multinational organization. He was an expert in teaching Japanese language, and this multinational organization that he was working for, he used to get recruits from across the globe and then send them all to a centralized institute where he was teaching them to learn Japanese so that they can go and work in this organization. He shared something very strange but interesting. He said, Prakash, I have worked with all nationalities. He said in the first 2 to 3 days, the best students I have had were predominantly from India. They used to take the best of the notes. They used to ask best of the questions. And they were really wonderful. So I asked him, why only 2 to 3 days? What happens? Now after the third day, they became the teachers. They keep telling me what to do, what to teach, what not to teach. They'll keep finding fault. Quite humorous, but it really made me think when I was reminiscing about this anecdote from my friend's life. Many of us who are in the spiritual path are like the people who are trekking up Mount Everest. We are at 50 feet, 100 feet, 1000 feet, 2000 feet, some are at the base camp, whatever. But we haven't still peaked and reached the top of the summit of Mount Everest yet. But there is one person who has reached there and has gone up and down several times in helping all those who are keen on reaching the top of Mount Everest. You call him the Guru, the Master, whatever. But many of us are sometimes, or at least a few of us, why many? We become like the students in that Japanese classroom. After a little bit of time, we start asking questions about the Guru. When he tells us something, instead of taking that it should be something for the good because he has already been there, he has seen it, he knows how to reach the summit, we instead ask, why should I do? I don't have time. He tells you to meditate, you ask him, no, I can't do it, it's too difficult, I have to get up, I have a problem. He tells you to clean, he tells you to pray, he tells you to invest 10 minutes in reading literature. You'll say, now why should I read literature? All those questions tend to pop up in our head. I have been taught by my Guru that when it comes to any situation, there are two ways in which you can surely respond. One is to ask questions to the outside world, to the Guru himself, as to why I should do. That arises out of doubts, that arises out of so many other factors, lower level of faith, whatever you want to call. He said the other way around is to go through the process of inquiry. Inquiry is when you ask yourself. The Guru asks you to do something, instead of jumping on the Guru, ask yourself, why is he telling me to do this? What is the larger purpose? What does he want me to learn? What does he want to teach in this process of me going up the spiritual ladder? After all, he has been there, he has done it, he has taken enough people there. I have accepted him as my Guru. So when he tells me something, accept cheerfully that whatever he is saying is based on something good for me. Go deeper inside of yourself to find, in case you have a challenge in accepting what he is saying, ask yourself, what is the larger purpose? What is he teaching us? What is he teaching me? How does he want me to progress out of this? When you have the attitude of cheerful acceptance, the lower will not judge the higher. When you go to a dentist, instead of allowing him to work with your teeth, you don't ask him questions. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to do that? Even if you are a dentist yourself, you still surrender and then allow the dentist to take over. In that subject for which you reach the teacher or the doctor or whatever, they are the masters. They know what to do. Just cheerfully accept and go on. The moment the lower starts judging the higher, the process gets defeated. Instead of climbing Mount Everest, we will only be judging as to why the guide is telling me to do this or do that. My Guru always used to say, it is the attitude that you bring to the table which is more important than the process of what you do yourself. Whatever he puts me through is for my own good. With that attitude, if I approach, doesn't matter what he tells me to do. Even if he tells me to do work for 24 hours, he knows why he is telling me. I just follow it. The moment you stop judging the higher and cheerfully accept with that attitude that he knows what is good for me, your spiritual progress to the ultimate is assured. Thank you.